were in Nigeria, there was no electricity most of the time, which means that although we had a fridge, that fridge could not be used. So, the result was that it was quickly squatted by cockroaches. There were lots of them, and fighting them was a losing battle. Every Saturday, in my big household where we were, depending on the years, between 10 and 18, everybody was making a beeline towards the cupboard in the kitchen. And we emptied everything in the cupboard. So there was a line, you pass the box to the other one that passes on, and that's how it was. And we removed everything, and then we shell-toxed the cupboard, with insecticides. And then put everything back, and the following week you have to start again because cockroaches have colonized it again. And later on, when we were in the bigger house we got eventually, there were lots of them. And in the evening, at dusk, when light was fading, if there was no light, electricity, then from time to time you hear the very heavy flight of the cockroaches around the lounge. If you light a kerosene lamp, then they would fly away to corners. They even managed to enter the shelves where we put our books in the library. They penetrated the little cracks between the glass protecting the shelf, and then enter and start testing the books. They used to, doing ching 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 to the books, so they were a little dented. Cockroaches were everywhere. One time I was breastfeeding a baby, and all our babies were in the room with us at night. So those days we were living in a smaller house, a bungalow, and I was just breastfeeding the baby in the dark for fear of waking up everybody else. There was no light anyway. I should have had a kerosene light. That was quite complicated. When you hear the baby start doing then you just get up in the dark, pick the baby up, breastfeed the baby, put him or her back there in the cot, and then go to sleep again. And I saw, in the dark, I saw a big cockroach just above the cot, and I didn't know what to do. I was afraid that it would come to the baby. So I grabbed an insecticide. That was a big mistake, and I shell-toxed the cockroach. And cockroaches have this waterproof coat on top of them. And so instead of killing it, it only wounded it. And so he started flying away from that, and in a bid to escape the insecticide, it landed in my hair. And my hair was unattached. I'd loosened it for the night. So it was entangled in my hair, and I didn't know, all these things took seconds. I just did like that to try and remove it without thinking, because I was afraid. And then it bit me. And if you don't believe it, I can assure you that it was true. My whole hand here on top was blue by morning, and it remained blue and painful for some 1 or 2 days. But what I learned from them is you have to manage it. There were other insects that could also be rid of. And eventually I found the solution. not using insecticide sprays, but there was a mixture they sold in the market. They called it ota pia pia, which means it bites and kills. And so it was placed in little fields that were coming from the medical center. After using those for injections, possibly with antibiotics or whatever, the medical center discarded them or sold them to the Kumkum people, those that collected the compost or whatever could be recycled. And so they ended up in the market. People concocted those lethal liquids, put them there, and reseal them. So you buy it, and then you have to pour it very carefully along the walls, at the bottom of the walls, between the wall and the floor. And of course, make sure that no human being ever touches that, because they were poisonous, highly poisonous. But it did the thing. No other, nothing, no insect or animal that touches it would be rescued. They would automatically die. So, beware of cockroaches. Beware of cockroaches, and remember that light has never been overcome by darkness.